Alright, I want to talk to you a little bit about the world today. Some of you probably kept up with it. The trucker strike up there, or protest, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if it's a protest or a strike or a combination of both, but the police moved in today and started backing them up off the bridges and basically ordering them out of where they are. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it'll turn out like it did out in Oregon, but, who knows? Of course, if you're keeping up with the Russia and Ukraine thing, according to our news, that an attack is imminent. We're ordering all of our people out of there, and the ones that we're not ordering out, we're telling them to move closer to, I want to say the Turkish border. Don't hold me on that, but we're moving them closer to a friendly border. But I still have a hard time believing that Russia is going to attack on a certain day that we know about. That doesn't make no sense to me. And if it does happen, like I said last night, this is set up. They knew when they were going to do it and what they're going to do. We got to watch out for false flag events on this, though. It doesn't take much to spark something. Go back and read up on your history with the Vietnam War and the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which started the Vietnam War. Read up on that. Technically, that could possibly not even happen. But you make your own decision. That's what I saw when I read it. But what does Russia have to gain by attacking Ukraine? I don't understand it. I think Ukraine exports last year around $60 million in goods, or $60 billion in goods. You got to think what all was going on last year. We had people sick and everything. Let's just say on an average year they're up to 80 to 90 billion on exports. But what does Russia have to gain by attacking them? And if Russia does attack them, who thinks China's going to jump on and back them up? And I'm telling you, I'm more concerned with China trying to take Taiwan. That's more my concern. Everything that goes on in the world is smoke and mirrors. They'll tell you one thing and do another, just like in normal life, just like everybody does, The majority of people will tell you one thing and do another. But I don't understand what Russia is going to gain by going to invading Ukraine, going to war, any of that over there. And of course, we're over sticking our nose in it like we always do. We got to be the world police on it. We've got so much stuff going on here at home that our politicians don't even focus on, but they'll run over and focus on Ukraine. And of course, they're saying now that it could be a possibility that the truckers are going to do something tomorrow at the Super Bowl. We'll have to wait and see on that, but I have a feeling most truckers are going to be sitting at home or sitting somewhere watching the Super Bowl. They're going to be watching it. That's what they're going to do. The world's crazy right now. Absolutely crazy. If China invades Taiwan, if Russia invades Ukraine, and we go over there and we start defending, that's going to kick off World War III. Everybody knows it. Everybody's scared to death of it. But I don't see it happening. I may be wrong. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I hope y'all are keeping up with it. Look at the price of our food already. All right, go back in time to the Depression. What pulled us out of the Depression? We started doing more infrastructure stuff during that time. We started building roads, building state parks and all that. But what actually pulled us out of it was World War II. Everybody knows when you have something that's going on like we've had going on here, and the way our economy is just crashing, regardless of what they're saying, our economy is crashing. We're almost on the verge of hyperinflation. We're right there at hyperinflation. They said something like 7.5 is what it went up, but they don't include, food, gas, housing, none of that stuff in the inflation. You're more up around probably 14 to 20 on that, but everybody knows, read your history. The only way to get out of this would be a war, and that looks like what we're trying to do. So I hope not. Always keep prepping though, as much as you can. Stack your food to the ceilings. Go buy your buckets, your Mylar bags. My videos have links to where you can get the Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, and the buckets. We'll do a video here pretty soon on how to put the food in the Mylar bag, seal it and everything. But keep prepping. A lot of you's fixing to get tax refunds, the lucky ones of you that get them. You know, instead of going and buying that new cell phone or buying that new big screen TV, you know, buy extra food. You know, catch your bills up, what you can catch up, and buy extra food. Try to get out of debt and make sure you got enough food to last you at least 6 months to a year. But like I've said, to each his own. But like I always say, always be prepared.